Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2001 season in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Block 33 is taking us to Pro Players Stadium in Miami, Florida, where we've got a potential preview of the National League, looks like 5-6 wildcard game, only the venue's wrong, as the Houston Astros tonight are playing the Florida Marlins. Coming into tonight's action in the National League Central, the Houston Astros are looking up at the Milwaukee Brewers at with a record of 61 wins and 53 losses. The Astros currently trail the Brewers by 5 games in the Central. As for the East, we've got a chaotic replay there, as the Florida Marlins are looking up at the Montreal Expos by 8.5 games. The Marlins coming in with a record of 60 wins and 54 losses. The Marlins are currently 6 games over 500. They need to make sure they stay over 500 to make the playoffs. Speaking of the East, not relevant to tonight's action until we get to Ultra Quick Baseball, but the New York Mets come in, being the only team who could face elimination tonight. The Mets coming into this one have a doomsday number of 1, meaning if they lose one more game, the best they'll be able to finish at is 500, and a 500 record is not good enough to make the playoffs. So the Mets would be mathematically eliminated if they get to 81 losses. But that is not what brings us to Pro Players Stadium. What say we let the fans file in for a sellout tonight and get right into tonight's action. Starting pitcher for the Florida Marlins tonight is A.J. Burnett. 11-12 with a 4.05 ERA. 173 1/3 innings pitched, 145 hits, 20 homers, 83 walks, and 128 strikeouts in 2001. And I will be happy if tonight's game does not look like last night's chaos of a 12-10 game. But let's see the Astros starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Craig Biggio at second base, Jose Vizcaino is at shortstop, Jeff Bagwell is at first base, Lance Berkman is in left field, Richard Hidalgo is in center field, Orlando Merced is in right field, Vinny Castilla is at third base, Brad Ausmus is catching, and Pedro Estacio, the pitcher, is hitting off of pitcher hitting card number 3. I am going to be experimenting tonight with also having the pitchers on business card holders as well, so let me know what you guys think of that mild layout change. Also, I know I said I wanted to do 2 blocks today, but the Boxing Day bread ran a little bit longer than I expected it to, so I decided rather than get greedy with 2 blocks, I was going to make sure of 1, and that's what brings us here to Pro Players Stadium at this point in the evening. Leading off for the Astros is Craig Biggio. 14 homers, 51 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. We are using teal, white, and black dice tonight. Marlins are the home team. Potential preview of the first National League wildcard game. If the playoffs started today, we would have 2 wildcard games in the National League. Let's see if either of these teams can pick up momentum. Burnett will get the sign from Charles Johnson. Only the dice know what's going to happen tonight, and in order to find out what is going to happen, we need to go to the first pitch. So, Burnett, take it away. He will take it away with a boxcars. That is a tough 43, and Biggio is going to lead us off with a base hit. And we are underway here at Pro Players Stadium. Infield will set for double play depth. Jose Vizcaino, now the batter. 1 homer, 12 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Biggio, a jump of 3 against a hold of 8. That is not likely to get a good jump. 0-56 could give him the jump. I think he will hold, and Vizcaino is actually going to lay down the bunt here. The corners are going to come in expecting the bunt from Vizcaino, and he's going to lay it down. That'll be a good sacrifice right back to Burnett. The only play he'll have will be over to first, and that'll be out number 1, as Biggio will move over to second on the play. Jeff Bagwell, now the batter for the Astros. 34 homers, 78 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. And of course, I put the dice down over here to lay down the bunt. Bagwell, not bunting. Fans here at Pro Player Stadium are on their feet, hoping Burnett can come through with a couple of big pitches. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 6 is a patient 48, and that's ball 4. That'll put Bagwell on with a 1-out walk, which will set up the double play here for Burnett. Batter now is Lance Berkman. 32 homers, 70 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Fans here at Pro Player Stadium hoping the Marlins can dodge a little early trouble. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 28, and yeah, about that dodging trouble. Burnett proving not very good about that, as Berkman's going to get that out of here with a boom! High, deep, gone! Home run, Lance Berkman. The Astros strike early. 3-0 in favor of the Astros. Stadium groans. Ugh. Richard Hidalgo, now the batter. 16 homers, 41 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. I will also mention that I've gotten a few deliveries in today before we continue, so we'll crack those over the course of the game. We'll do one after the 2nd, one after the 4th, another after the 6th, and we'll finish up during the 7th inning stretch. Burnett will get the sign from Gonzalez. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a tough 61, and Hidalgo is going to fight that one off. He'll have a base hit. Not a good time for the Marlins to be having performance anxiety. Infield set for double play. Orlando Merced, now the batter for the Astros. 6 homers, 13 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Hidalgo, not a good stealer. He will hold. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 3 is a tough 62, and Merced's going to get into that one. He'll fight that one off, and he'll have a single. Grounder up the middle into center field. Runner on first will advance 2 bases. Hidalgo turning on the Jets. He will go to third, as the Astros are already teeing off on the Marlins here tonight. The infield has got to play in. Vinny Castilla, now the batter. 20 homers, 22 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Fans here at Pro Player Stadium are nervous. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a ballpark check. 61 for a righty is in play. That's cocked. And a 69. That'll be grounded over to second. Picking that up is going to be Castillo. This is going to be Luis Castillo. The throw will come to the plate once I find the corner's in chart. That's a 5. Batter's out, runner on first advances, everybody else holds. So that'll be a G4 for out number 2, yes. Let's see here. Right, Merced goes to second. Out number 2, so I think I need to enter that as G4R3H. Two outs in the inning, and Brad Ausmus, now the batter for Houston. 3 homers, 14 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Marlins trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 30. That is further damage. That's actually going to be a wild pitch by Burnett. That'll bring Hidalgo to score. Merced will go to first. 4-0 Astros. Stadium groans. Ugh. That also, actually, this is one thing I'm not sure about with these business card holders, because that actually blocks off ball one. So it actually blocks off the balls and strikes, which I use. So I think we're actually going to take those away. I forgot I used the balls and strikes on the board. So that's actually ball one on Burnett as the wild pitch makes it now 4-0 Houston already. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson once again, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a tough 55, and Ausmus is going to fight that one off. He'll have a single, and the Astros will have another run on the board. 5-0 Houston. Stadium groans. Ugh. Pedro Estacio, now the batter. And we're already going to get activity in Florida's bullpen tonight, as starting to get loose for the Marlins is going to be, let's see, he's on possible long relief. Looks like he's it. I'm just checking the rotation. He's in the rotation, because of course he is. Whoever they bring in is going to have to eat up some innings tonight, as the Marlins already having all kinds of problems here in the top of the first. The Marlins are going to get... The Marlins are going to get Juan Acevedo loosening up. As A.J. Burnett looks like he's getting shelled tonight. Good news for Burnett. Estacio hits off a pitcher hitting card number 3. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. A 4 is a tough 73. Called strike 3 on Estacio. That will retire the side. But what an inning for the Astros as they send the entire order to the plate here in the top of the first. 5 runs on 5 hits, a sacrifice hit, a walk, and a wild pitch. And before the Marlins even get to the plate, the Astros have a 5-0 lead. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros tonight, Pedro Estacio. 2-1 with a 3.14 ERA, 28 2/3 innings pitched, 30 hits, 1 homer, 4 walks, 19 strikeouts with the Astros in 2001. We will take a look at the Marlins lineup that he's got to keep in check tonight. Leading off for the Marlins, Luis Castillo is at second base. John Mabry's in right field. Cliff Floyd is in left field. Mike Lowell is at third base. Kevin Millar is at first. Preston Wilson's in center field. Charles Johnson's catching. Alex Gonzalez is at shortstop. And A.J. Burnett, who is the pitcher for now, is also hitting off of pitcher hitting card number 3. Leading off for the Marlins is Luis Castillo. No homers, 50 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Before Estacio even takes the mound, he's already got a 5-0 lead. Estacio will get the sign from Ausmus. He will set, here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 72, and that's a base hit for Castillo. He will lead off with a single, and why do I have a feeling we're headed for another frenzied offense night where neither team knows how to pitch? Infield set for double play depth. John Mabry, now the batter. 6 homers, 10 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Estacio will get the sign from Ausmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 83. Fortunately, he's not that patient. That'll be grounded over to second. Picking that up is going to be Biggio. We'll see if the Astros can turn the double play. That is a 7 or less on 2d6. No, Castillo will be thrown out. Mabry will make first on the fielder's choice. That is out number 1. Infield will stay at double play depth. Batter now is Cliff Floyd. 22 homers, 30 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. Snake Eyes is a ballpark check. 74 is in play. 38. That's going to be too high, most likely. Yep, that'll be popped up on the infield. Going into foul territory is going to be Bagwell. He will make the catch. That will be out number 2. Two outs, and Mike Lowell, now the batter. 14 homers, 35 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a ballpark check. 45 for a righty is just barely wheelhouse, but it is wheelhouse for Lowell. A 39, that'll be a base hit for Lowell. Runner on first, so a sharp liner dropping in front of left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Mabry turning on the Jets. He will go to third. Lowell will be at first. 2 outs in the inning. That's the only problem here with extending the inning with a single. There are still 2 outs in the inning. Kevin Millar, now the batter. 17 homers, 28 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Millar waits for the pitch from Astacio. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 82. Millar's not that patient. He's going to lift that one into center field. Getting under that is going to be Hidalgo. He will make the catch in center field near the track. That will retire the side. 2 hits, but the Marlins aren't able to do anything with it. 5-0 Houston here at Pro Players Stadium after 1. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Saturday night baseball here on the channel. We're already looped back to the top of the Astros order. Here's Biggio. Biggio led the game off with a single. 5-0 Houston, top of the second already. And at the end of this inning, we'll have our first delivery product unboxing of the game. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 99. That'll be miles too high. That will get lifted into left field. Back for that one is going to be Berkman. He will make the catch. That's out number 1. Oop. No, not back for Berkman. That's Floyd back for it. Helps if I remember which team's batting. Here's Vizcaino. Vizcaino bunted on a good sacrifice back to the pitcher, his first time up. I'm going to see if I can adjust the tablecloth here a little bit with my iPad. Okay. Got that all figured out. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 3, and Vizcaino is going to smack that one into the gap. That'll get to the wall, and Vizcaino will have a 1-out double. Bagwell, now the batter. Bagwell walked his first time up. Vizcaino, not much of a threat to steal. He will hold. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 42. Called strike 3 on Bagwell. That'll be strike 3 for out number 2. Second strikeout of the night by Burnett. Here's Berkman. Berkman opened the scoring in the top of the first with a 3-run homer. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 70. That'll be grounded over to second. Grabbing that is going to be Castillo. He'll make the play over to first, and that will retire the side. The one-out double goes for nothing for the Astros. It is still 5-0 Houston as we get set for the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, and Preston Wilson is up for the first time tonight. 18 homers, 22 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. 5-0 Astros here in the bottom of the second. After this inning, we will have our first product unboxing of the game. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 93. That will be lifted into left field. Back for that one for Houston is going to be Berkman. Now it's Berkman. So it turns out my error on the score sheet actually turned out to be accurate. But Berkman will make the play. He'll make the catch for out number 1, bringing Charles Johnson into the batter's box. 17 homers, 27 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 8. Ball 4. Slider misses the zone, and Johnson will find himself on base with a one-out walk. Infield set for double play. Batter now is Alex Gonzalez. 7 homers, 20 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus once again. He will set, and he will pitch. 10 is an in-play 3. Gonzalez is going to get into that one. That's going to be a double. Looping liner to right field. Gonzalez will advance 2 base. So that'll be a 2B... What was that? 2B9. And Pedro Astacio, now the batter with 1 out. Of course, actually not Pedro Astacio, AJ Burnett now the batter. He's hitting off of pitcher hitting card number 3. The infield... what's the infield even going to do here? I think they're going to pitch to Burnett. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough... We've got a tough, rare play with runners on. Runners on base, tough. Let's see, 15. Ump calls obvious strike of ball. Several coaches on pitching team complain about the call. Ump doesn't eject anyone, but squeezes the strike zone even more. Change all tough results to patient for the remainder of the inning while the current pitcher's in the game. So he walks the pitcher on what looks... So, sounds like Angel Hernandez got into this game. That's a walk, and all toughs are patient. Bases are full of fishies. That will bring the infield in, and that'll make the batter Luis Castillo. That'll make the batter Castillo. Castillo has a single. So, this is going to be bottom 2. Tough to patient for Astacio. Okay. Now that we've got that sorted out, Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. Infield is playing in. They're going to try for a home to first double play and get out of the inning. Astacio will set, and he will pitch. 10 is an in-play 73. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that is going to be Hidalgo. He will make the catch. That will be out number 2. Johnson does not have a high enough run rating to score. He will hold 2 outs in the inning. Mabry, now the batter. Mabry grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. Astacio trying to get out of a bases-loaded jam here. He will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 53, and that's going to be a fly ball into the left field, and Astacio will get out of trouble. Berkman will be there to make the catch, bail out Astacio, and retire the side. 2 walks and a double, but nothing for Florida on the scoreboard. 5-0 Houston after 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. As the Marlins get blanked here in the bottom of the second. Before we start the top of the third, we are going to have our first product unboxing tonight. We're going to start off, it's all from Amazon, so we're going to start off with this mailer from Amazon up first. And what we're greeted by is another solo RPG, One Shot Dungeon by Castle Rook Games, a solo dungeon delving RPG. I'm getting ready for something in the off-season, what I'm calling, I'm going to work on a more catchy name for it, but right now it's called Dungeon Crawl Fridays. And the idea behind that is I'm going to do a different dungeon crawl every Friday. One Shot Dungeon is a rules-light solo RPG, solo dungeon delving RPG, requiring only this simple core rulebook, paper, something to write and draw with, at least one d6, and most importantly, your imagination. Everything herein is based upon 1d6 and uses KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's pretty much the KISS method I've subscribed to ever since college. I think I had a professor in college who thought KISS was keep it short and simple, which amounts to the same thing as keep it simple, stupid. Anyway, whenever possible to provide you an uncomplicated, fast-paced, and enjoyable dungeon delving experience in under an hour. Perfect for a Friday night, so we're definitely going to sink our teeth into that during the off-season. And I'm going to start stacking stuff up right here. Next product unboxing to come after the 4th inning. Top of the 3rd brings us to the middle of the Astros order. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo had a single and scored on a wild pitch his first time up. Acevedo continuing to get loose in the bullpen. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 71, and Hidalgo's not going to be able to fight that one off. He's going to ground that over to second. We're waiting for that as Castillo. He's going to make the play for out number 1. The Marlins want to try to get Burnett through one more inning, but they are going to have to probably turn this over to the bullpen soon. 1 out, and here's Merced. Merced singled his first time up and scored a run. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 84. He's not that patient. He's going to lift that into center field. Getting under that is Wilson. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Castilla, now the batter. Castilla grounded out his first time up. Burnett will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 79. I doubt he's that patient. Nope. Fly ball into center field. Once again, we're calling Wilson's number to make the catch and retire the side. Not a moment too soon for the Marlins, but 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 3rd. Still 5-0 Florida, or 5-0 Houston, as we move into the bottom of the 3rd. Stream seems to be behaving. Bottom of the 3rd brings us to the heart of the Marlins order. Here's Floyd. Floyd tonight is 0 for 1. Fishy's left him loaded in the bottom of the 2nd. Marlins trying to get something going here. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 60, and Floyd is just going to miss that. He'll lift that into left field. Making that catch on the run is Berkman. He'll make the play, and that will be out number 1. Here's Lowell. Lowell is 1 for 1. He's got a single tonight. 5-0 Houston, bottom of the 3rd. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 77. Fly ball into center field. This time we're calling Hidalgo's name to make that catch. That's out number 2. Batter now is Millar with 2 outs. Millar is 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up as well. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 5, and Millar is going to smack that one into the gap. He's going to have a 2-out double. Batter now is Wilson. Wilson flew to left his first time up. Astacio trying to get out of the inning without any trouble from the double. He will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 4 is a tough 86, and that's a ground ball over to short. Picking that up is Vizcaino. He'll make the play over to first. Side retired. Nothing across except the double for the Marlins. Still 5-0 Houston after 3. Burnett's going to come out of the game. The Marlins are going to turn this over to the bullpen. Juan Acevedo coming in for Florida. 2-3 with a 2.54 ERA. 28 1/3 innings pitched. 31 hits. 2 homers. 16 walks. 21 strikeouts in 2001. The Marlins are going to ask Acevedo to eat up a few innings tonight. Leading off for the Astros, he'll get some more warm-up tosses in as Osmus now is the batter. Osmus had a single his first time up. I'm going to take a quick drink of my Crystal Light while Digital Diamond decides it wants to catch up. I also need to get a new pitcher hitting card for Acevedo. He hits off a pitcher hitting card number 15. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 92. Osmus is not that patient. He's going to lift that into left field. Back for that is going to be Floyd. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Burnett, by the way, is leaving with the L tonight, as of now. Batter now is Astacio. Astacio struck out looking his first time up. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 68, and he's going to strike out again looking for out number 2. Biggio, now the batter. Biggio is 1 for 2 with a single. 5-0 Astros, top of the 4th. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 4 is a ballpark 20. Ballpark 20 is wheelhouse for Biggio. And that looks like a rare play at the that looks like a ballpark rare play with the bases empty. Hopefully we don't get another delay. That's an 80. Batter hits a sinking left liner to left field. The left fielder makes a diving play on the ball and the ump calls the batter out. The manager bounds out of the dugout to protest the call. The umps get together to discuss the play. If the left fielder has an A range, Floyd's range is a B. If he would have had an A range, the call stands and the batter would have been out. Otherwise, the ump reversed the call and the batter's credited with a single and he's safe at first. So Biggio will go to first on the single. Floyd couldn't get to that one in time. As that is going to be a 2-out single for Biggio. Batter now is Vizcaino. Vizcaino is 1 for 1 with a double and a sacrifice hit. Obviously, he's not bunting here with 2 outs. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 5. That's an ugly swing by Vizcaino, but he will be out on strikes, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except the single for the Astros. It is still 5-0 Houston as we move into the bottom of the 4th. Acevedo coming out of the dugout, or not, Astacio coming out of the bullpen. He's got to be happy with a 5-0 lead. Batter now is Johnson. Johnson walked his first time up. 5-0 Houston, moving into the bottom of the 4th. And there will be another delivery unboxing after this inning. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 52. That'll be grounded over to third. Picking that up is going to be Castilla. He will make the play over to first with no issues across the horn for out number 1. Gonzalez, now the batter. Gonzalez has a double. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 32. Just a little bit too high against a righty. That's going to get popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base is Biggio. He'll make the play for out number 2. Juan Acevedo, batting off a pitcher hitting card number 15. The Marlins need him to eat up some innings, so he's going to bat. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 25, and Acevedo is actually going to help out his own cause and get a 2-out single. A 2-out single will bring Castillo to the plate. Castillo is 1 for 2 with a single tonight. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, 5-0 Astros. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 91. Castillo is not going to be able to do anything with that except ground it over to short. Picking that up is Vizcaino. He'll take that to the bag himself at second, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Marlins. Still 5-0 Houston after 4. While Acevedo takes his warm-up tosses, we've got another delivery from Amazon to get to. So we've got this mailer up next. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got another... Whoa! We've got another expansion for Marvel United. This one is Rise of the Black Panther. But as I was pulling it open, I just saw that this corner came pretty badly damaged. I might have to talk to Amazon about that and see if there's anything we can do about it. But despite their technological supremacy, the Kingdom of Wakanda finds itself embroiled in an ancient struggle, a battle for the throne. Killmonger seeks to radicalize the population against their king, smuggling weapons and mercenaries into the country in preparation for a vast uprising that would place him on the throne. In spite of Wakanda's advanced resources, the Black Panther and his allies will be hard-pressed to prevent Killmonger's master plan. I mean, everything's in the shrink, so I'm very concerned about that. I'm going to grab a... Hold on just a second while I grab a photo of that so I can reach out to Amazon about that. There we go. Okay. Wanted to make sure I got a photo of that so I can reach out, like I said, I can reach out to Amazon with that. Back to baseball, though. Top of the fifth brings us to the bottom of the Astros order. Here's Bagwell. Bagwell is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk tonight. 5-0 Astros. Top of the fifth. Next product unboxing will be after the sixth. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 65. Fly ball into right field. Tracking that down is going to be Mabry for Florida. He will make the catch for out number 1. Berkman, now the batter. Berkman is 1 for 2, but that one was a 3-run bomb. The reason the Astros got out in front early. There's been no scoring since, though, for either team. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 59, and Berkman's going to fight that one off. He will have a 1-out single. Infield set for double play. Batter now is Hidalgo. Hidalgo is 1 for 2 with a single, and he scored on a wild pitch. Part of that 5-run first for the Astros. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 10 is a tough 62, and Hidalgo's going to fight that one off. He's going to have a base hit out of it. Sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder. Runner on first advances 1 base. So that'll be a 1B7 for Hidalgo. And the Astros have something going on here. 2 on, 1 out. Batter now is Merced. Merced is 1 for 2 with a single. Berkman at second. Hidalgo at first. Merced at the plate. Acevedo gets the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 66. Fly ball into right field. Tracking that down is going to be Mabry. He will make the catch for out number 2. Berkman does not have a high enough run rating. He will hold. There are 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Castilla. Castilla is 0 for 2. Berkman at second. Hidalgo at first. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a patient 27, and Castilla's going to get into that one. That'll get to the gap. That's going to be a double, and that'll score both runs. The Astros will extend their lead. Berkman will score, as will Hidalgo, turning on the Jets, coming in from first. Castilla goes to second. 7-0 Astros on the 2-run double. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Osmus. Osmus tonight is 1 for 2. We are going to have some activity in Florida's bullpen momentarily. The Marlins want to let Acevedo get out of the inning. Acevedo will get the sign from Johnson, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 87. That'll be hit hard, but it'll be hit right to short, where Gonzalez is waiting for that. He'll make the throw over to first, and that will retire the side. But the Astros extend their lead. 2 runs on 3 hits. 7-0 Astros heading into the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up, and we're at the top of the Marlins order. Here's Mabry. Mabry tonight is 0 for 2. Astros jumping out here. Astros got out in front quick on the Marlins, and they've not let up since. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars, 12 is at ballpark 17. That's wheelhouse for Mabry. And a 6, well, the Marlins are going to get their first run of the game with a boom! High, deep, gone! Home run, John Mabry. 7-1 Astros. Stadium, mock cheers. Yay! Here's Floyd. Floyd is 0 for 2. And here I was getting used to the idea that Astacio could actually pitch tonight. Well, we'll see. That was a grapefruit. Mabry turned into a fruit salad and starting to cut into this Astros lead. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 80. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Tracking that down for Houston is going to be Hidalgo. He will make the catch for out number 1. Batter now is Lowell. Lowell tonight is 1 for 2, and that reminds me, we're going to get some activity in Florida's bullpen, as getting loose for the Marlins now is going to be... The Marlins are going to get Braden Looper warming up in the bullpen. Still 7-1 Astros here in the bottom of the 5th. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 3 is a defense check. Let's see who we're looking at for Houston. I need Houston's deck. Error on the shortstop. Shortstop is Vizcaino. Vizcaino's error rating is a 1. This could be a problem. Vizcaino is going to make an error on that. Let's see how bad it is. That is a 1-base error on the E6. And Lowell will be safe at first on the E6. First error on the Astros tonight. Infield will go to double play. Batter now is Millar. Millar tonight is 1 for 2, but he's got a double. Lowell, not much of a threat to steal. He will hold. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 95. That'll be lifted into left field. Getting under that is Berkman. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Actually, that... Oh, I just didn't move it over. Okay. I just didn't move the out tracker. Batter now is Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 76. If that would have been flipped, that would have been a base hit, but instead it's going to be a fly ball into center field. Hidalgo will get under that one for the second put out of the inning, for his second put out of the inning, but that will be the third out, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error, a solo bomb by John Mabry. The score is now 7-1 Houston after 5. It is now August in the replay, and of course this is where we start separating the wheat from the chaff. Top of the 6th, and they're going to let Astacio bat. He is doing a phenomenal job tonight on the mound. Astacio is 0 for 2 tonight. There will be another product unboxing after this inning, hopefully not in as bad a shape as this Rise of the Black Panther is from Amazon. Acevedo is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the Marlins is going to be Braden Looper. 3-3 with a 3.55 ERA. 71 innings pitched, 63 hits, 8 homers, 30 walks, 52 strikeouts in 2001. Let's see, he's going to need pitcher hitting card number 1. And while Digital Diamond loads up, I'm going to go get this stuff out of the way. As I was getting what I've unboxed so far out of the way, I was just starting to muse about am I going to bother saying anything to Amazon? Because odds are once I get settled in with a spot where my Marvel United Connect collection's good, I'm probably not keeping it in the current scattered status. I'm going to figure out something new I want to do with that. But that is neither here nor there. Let's get back to baseball, shall we? Looper will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 10 is a patient 56, and Astacio's not that patient. That's going to be grounded over to second. Castillo will have that one with no issues. He'll throw that over to first for out number 1. Biggio, now the batter. Biggio is 2 for 3 with 2 singles tonight. Looper will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 58. That's going to be a little bit too high. That'll be grounded over to third. Lowell will get that one. He'll make the throw across the horn. Out number 2. Vizcaino, now the batter. Vizcaino is 1 for 2 with a double and a sacrifice hit. Looper will get the sign from Johnson. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 77. Fly ball into center field. Wilson will track that one down for the Marlins. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 6th. Still 7-1 Houston as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Batter now is Johnson. Johnson tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitcher's spot is due up third here in the bottom of the 6th. But they're probably going to have Looper back because they want him to pull a couple in. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 85. Ground ball over to short. Vizcaino will get that with no trouble. He'll make the throw over to first. Out number 1. Gonzalez, now the batter. Gonzalez is 1 for 2 with a double tonight. Astacio looking in at Osmus for the sign, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 30. That's actually going to be a wild pitch. Actually, no, that's not a wild pitch. Astacio doesn't have a wild pitch rating. So an in-play 30 is just going to miss. That'll be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base is not Castillo. That's Biggio who will get under that. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Here's Looper. Looper making his first appearance at the plate tonight. The pitcher's spot is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Astacio will get the sign from Osmus, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 84. That'll be a called strike 3 on Looper. That will retire the side. That is product unboxing. We'll deal with this mailer next from Amazon. And in here, we've got another expansion from Marvel United. This one is Tales of Asgard. The Realm Eternal stands as a bastion of justice throughout the cosmos. Only Loki, the god of mischief, dares threaten Asgard's peace with his obsession for usurping the throne. Fortunately, Asgard is home to many of the universe's most powerful individuals. But can they all be trusted? Loki's insidious illusions play upon hearts and minds, needs and desires, and no one, not even the mighty Thor himself, can wholly guard against his influence. Why, any one of the heroes might be unwittingly in Loki's employ. Oh, and I see the stream started going nuts.